Alright, everybody. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Tim's Toy Box. We're not covering toys this time. I just hit you with a curveball that you didn't see coming. We are covering a nice lot of comic books that I got, including a couple of very nice key issues. So let's go ahead and get started. Most of these are going to be like Image comics from the mid-90s. We've got a nice Gen 13 there, Spawn 21. Some of these are just, random books, but got this lot on Goodwill. Got some nice mid-90s X books as well. I like this team up with Wolverine and Forge. Even if these aren't the most expensive books, just look at that artwork. Looks really nice, and it's going to display really well if I choose to display some of these. So, you don't always have to put your most expensive books out. Sometimes you can just put one that you really like. Got a lot of Phalanx Covenant books as well from that run of the X-Men. Some Wildcats. Bam! That was a nice little... More Image. Some Mark Silvestri, I believe, is the guy that did Cyberforce. I really liked Cyberforce. They have a few really good characters in that team. Spawn 22, which goes with the Spawn 21. I really enjoy this cover. Todd McFarlane art, obviously. Just a really good series. Kind of jumped the shark there closer to the end, but most of them do. Pit, which never really caught on, but really nice. Wetworks, which my producer knows more about than I do. Was never a huge fan of this run, just because I just didn't have any of them, but we might give it a chance. Some more X-Men books. I like it. Vampirella, which, I don't.
Delisa Soto.
Truly are one of us.
Roger Daltrey.
Guess again.
Vampirella.
Think they're going to be making too much of Vampirella anymore. They still do, but not like they used to. Ninjak. And some more nice X-Men books from the mid-90s. Got some stuff there. Some of the Ultraverse. Right here. My friend Steve likes the Ultraverse. I'm kind of, I don't know, what's the word, ambivalent toward it.
Don't know enough about them to appreciate them.
I don't know. They seemed a little over the top, but I don't know. Some nice looking books, kind of. A Violator comic book. I did not even know Violator got his own series, but apparently he did. This is one of those. Violator! They're all just random numbers, and I'm not sure on any of the key issues on these per type. So if you see any of these books that you think, hey, that one might actually be worth a little bit something, I haven't really done the research I need to, and a lot of these books I'm not familiar with. There are some books that I do know about, though, in this particular lot, and can tell you why I bought them very shortly, though. Here's a Green Arrow, Green Lantern, but of course it's the more modern version of that, not the classic 70s, 80s run. Got a Azrael book. I think it's number 3. What? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, I was way off. Number 18, apparently. And then the Kindred, number 3. And we've got Ninjak. I like this particular cover. Team up between with Ninjak and Exo Manowar. So, that's interesting. A classic Wolverine cover here. Nice. And another Violator book, Violator 2. Unfortunately, I don't have Violator 1 in here. That would be a little nice. It's always nice to have a #1 issue. Some more Ninjak. Any Ninjak fans out there? I will be selling some of these comic books as well, just because I don't have room to collect as many comic book lines as I want to, and this is one of them I don't really collect, so I'll be getting rid of some of that. X-Men Unlimited. I like the artwork on the cover, the more painted look, but you know, it's not going to be worth much, I don't think, unless it is some kind of key issue that I'm not familiar with, but I don't think it is. But still, I like any of those older books. Now here's one of the books I was actually excited about. This is Sword of Azrael #1. I didn't put it in this plastic sleeve, somebody else did, but hey, you know, you can always use that. These books are in really good shape too. That's one reason why I was really excited about this particular lot. But really great artwork on this book, and really excited about it. Here is a very good piece for the collection. This is Venom, Lethal Protector #1. If you're familiar with the crappy Venom movies they made, they sort of based a little bit of that on the Lethal Protector series.
The hell are you?
We are Venom. On second thought.
Please.
This is basically when Venom first kind of started making his anti-hero move. As you can see, it's got this chromium, I believe, cover is what they called this. And if you were familiar with comic books in the mid-90s, there was a chromium craze for about 2 to 3 years where every line had a chromium book. The most famous of which is the Turok Dinosaur Hunter #1. It went all out, and that phase kind of died out pretty quickly. Speaking of chromium, we got a little bit more here. This is actually a first appearance of Sync. And it's got some chromium here on the side, but yeah, first appearance of Sync in the Phalanx Covenant storyline for X-Men. So pretty nice. And of course, this last book, this is the reason why I bought this lot. This is a book I've been looking for a long time. When I was a kid, I used to go to a comic book store called the Book Rack, and they had this comic book for $20. And I thought to myself at the time, wow, that's really expensive. I can't afford $20. But it is the first appearance of Sabretooth. Iron Fist #14, and I don't know how good the camera is catching the quality of this book, but this book is in very, very good shape. And I believe, yeah, it is a newsstand issue, as you can tell. But I looked at it and I took it out of the packaging. I'm not going to do it again because it almost caught the tape, and I don't want that to happen. But as far as I can tell, there are no big issues on the binding or on the cover or on the outside of the book. I didn't go through the book because I am not going to do that with a comic book from the 70s and mess it all up. A really nice first appearance of Sabretooth, and I'm very excited because he is one of my favorite X-Men villains. So this is going to display really well. I might even get this CG graded, so haven't decided yet. But speaking of comic books, if you didn't know, I have a friend named Steve Honeycutt who writes a great book that he created, Escape to Earth. If you like the type of books that we've been talking about here, the mid-90s, early 2000s type of comic books, this is just a great kind of throwback, just fun comic book type caper situation where you got some folks that are fighting some dinosaur type situations, and it's very sci-fi intensive and just a very fun and old school comic book. So check it out, Escape to Earth. Go to reptilianmedia.bigcartel.com and pick some up. He's got the 3rd issue coming out in a couple of months, and it's going to be really fun. And go ahead and grab it. Follow me on Twitch at EWViper, like on this video, and stay tuned. I'll be having some more video game videos and also comedy and movie videos coming up. So go ahead and give me a sub and keep collecting toys and comic books.